Bobby, and should be all good to go. Very good. Just text him as well. Okay. Oh, there he is.
Right here, just shutting the window.
What on?
How's it going?
I hear something going on over there.
A stressful slate, man. Yeah, I just closed the window. Stressful slate with this weather.
I was about to say that I think that we shouldn't have any weather concerns. Why? What
made you think that?
Is that you?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Is that you or me?
No, there's nothing on my end. What's up, Sue?
I have to see what I have to see what exactly is. I just have to see what's going on in the background. Hold on. I just have too much going on, so I have to figure out what actual which monitor is causing this. So this is the only problem. Hold on. Okay, no. I'll get it. There's got to be a better way, but no. I have something going on one of my monitors. I'd like to just erase it, but I don't know which exact one it is. So let's. Oh, this could be a good one. Let's get rid of that. No. Sorry about this, guys. There's literally nothing I can do except continue to close windows and hope one of them closes whatever the hell this is that's causing this noise. Well, I'm almost out of windows. Hold on. Is it this one? No.
A break in the weather. Caves Valley.
A break in the weather at Caves Valley. You sure that's not you, huh?
K9 Bronco. What's up, guys out there? I'll talk real quick because I want to be out of here for sure by 6:30 Eastern. I need to get the weather down. I've got too much on the line.
Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Got it. I don't know. I saw in the weather just a bunch of yellows. No.
The Mets game looks pretty bad.
I don't know. I got that. I'm looking outside. I see sunshine. I don't want to hear it.
There's flash flood warnings.
That's what that's what I see over there. But I don't know. I'm staring out the back of my back window. I don't know what to tell you. I wasn't playing too much of that anyway, but.
Yeah, there's some cheap value in that game that I'm using little pieces of.
I mean, I got 5% Rich Hill, maybe. I guess that counts.
And it's putting 1,000 on the line, and the Arizona Philadelphia with Nola out there, I ended up shifting a little bit more onto Cole than maybe I would like to. By the way, just so everybody out there, if you're not aware of it yet, Byron Buxton is in the lineup tonight.
What?
And he's now 20. He's 2,900 on DraftKings. So Byron Buxton is now the play of the day.
I didn't even know that.
That's
right.
It's happened. Took him off the.
That's a math. I mean, look, it's baseball, but that's a mathematical lock.
Yeah, it's just a dream.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back. That's ridiculous.
I'm checking their full lineup here, but yeah, it looks like Buxton is probably going to be leading off today, and he's 2,900, and it makes that team semi-stackable. I don't know if I want to go full stack, but I mean, Buxton, Polanco, Donaldson, Garver, if he's in the lineup, those four particularly, you probably get Rooker now at the bottom of the order, but so be it. So here's my team. Is Jackson in play for the Dodgers? Okay, so here's the answer with Jackson. If you're willing to take a 0 on your pitcher on a 15-game slate, you can go ahead and play Jackson. There's no guarantee of anything happening with Jackson that is going to be there. And I heard other people misquoting it on other shows right before I came on. and they're inaccurate. So they said, you know, that if Jackson comes in, you know, White would just pitch a couple innings. Well, White, his last time out, let me just grab my actual numbers here. Mitch White, the last time that he pitched 7 1/3 innings. So we're going to say that he's just going to be the opener. I mean, I don't even know. Like, White's not even up. Like, I don't understand what all this stuff. There's a lot going on with uncertainty there. I understand the temptingness to pay down. If you don't care about the tournament, you're willing to light the money on fire. I absolutely think it's worth it for like the smaller buy-ins. There's no way I'm doing it in my high buy-in stuff right now. I do think some people will do it, but I'm not doing it unless I hear some speak before the game about Jackson getting an X number of pitches and something like that. That's the only way you'll get me to do it. I do think there's a chance that he could put up 15 fantasy points if he does come in, and that would be fine for his price, but I just am not going to do it. Cole and Nola other than Cole and Nola, I like Musgrove on FanDuel. I like a little bit of Erod. That's pretty much my player pool on my pitching pool on FanDuel. Sheets, how about you for pitching? What are you doing?
Yeah, so I'm actually getting a decent amount of J.A. Happ on both sides. But more to the point, I'm getting probably too much of them on both sides, but probably too much of them on DraftKings. I just like the ownership discount over Gilbert, and that's where I'm getting. But I have a hell of a lot more Nola than I do the other one, Cole.
More Nola than Cole, yeah. Which is a tiny bit of concern with the weather thing. Again, pop-up thing. Nola, you want the innings. This is not a guy you want to go 4 or 5 innings in this matchup. This is a game where you go 7 or 8, or pull a Wheeler and try to go 9 like they did the other day. So that would be my thoughts on that. I'm making sure to prioritize a little bit of Byron Buxton here on both sides.
Oh no, I'm gonna update projections once a couple of sources put him in the lineup and stuff. I'm probably gonna. I mean, like, how I almost want to lock him in.
And it's funny because people won't play him on FanDuel. I don't know if people are going to catch on to this. I'm sort of hoping for the lineup not to come out for a little bit because I do think people will catch on quick enough. But I think he's like talk about a 2,900 play against a lefty at home. Like, this guy he was putting up like all-time numbers against lefties in the last couple of years. Right. You get him at home, it just could be I don't want to say there's no such thing as a must play for a hitter in baseball, but on DraftKings, it's certainly one of the top plays, and added to the fact that he's not going to probably have the ownership he would have had this been announced this morning, that I think you kind of have to take some shots with that one.
What's his price? 2,900
on DK, yeah.
Oh goodness.
He's which is great. It fits in well for me a little bit. Like, I kind of was looking to not have 100% Corey Dickerson, and this is a route to do that. They're the same-ish range. I'm not getting overly cute. I do have more Odorizzi than I'd like, and I'm trying to get a little bit off of that. I do have a little bit of Logan Gilbert. The cutest I'm getting, I am going to play Sean Manaea. I don't care how many games in a row the Yankees win. I'm looking for 6 innings, 9 Ks. I don't care if you give up 3 runs. I don't care what you do. You have 4 runs. I want him to try to go to work in this game, and I think that there's a chance. I mean, we saw it yesterday with the Yankees, right? What did Caprillion end up with strikeouts? I think he had 8 through 5 innings or something like that, but he was getting hit.
Yeah.
Now, we obviously don't want him to get hit quite that hard, but there's no guarantee that he will. And Manaea, I've watched Manaea both get lit up and be unbelievable against the best teams in baseball. So I am willing to take that shot. That's just me personally.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm sort of struggling with on my secondary line. I have 2 big in the 888, and I have one with a Cole Nola, and I have one where I'm not playing either of them. And I'm trying to decide what I want to do in that one in terms of basically Manaea versus Erod versus Musgrove, who are the main guys in consideration, and sort of considering Gilbert also for that spot.
Playing some Toronto.
I am playing Toronto. I am not as well. Let's just say I'm not quite as getting as much of them. I do have a lot of them. Okay, I have a little. It's not the best hitting weather. Like it's still good hitting weather. It's fine, but it's nothing special, and it's not. I don't know. There's no Grichuk in the lineup, which doesn't mean it's worse. Gurriel, whatever. You can say whatever about either of them. I liked Grichuk as a play a little better than I like Gurriel because of the price. But I don't know. It's something that I have a lot of pieces of. I do have some stacks of Toronto. I think it'll be pretty popular. I'm getting to a lot of the Phillies, even without more as mini stacks now without Real Muto, because without Real Muto and Hoskins, that lineup really isn't the same, and there's no McCutchen in there either. It's just a kind of a shaky lineup, but they are cheap outside of Bryce Harper, so you can certainly make a lot of things work like that.
You getting any San Diego?
Yep. So I'm just looking at my stacks here. So I have on DraftKings about 20% of Toronto. I have about 25 to 30%, I would say, of Tampa. And I think there's different ways you can stack Tampa, as there is with Toronto. I even have Kevin Smith as a one-off in some places where I really needed the savings. I have 15% Dodgers, but they're mostly mini stacks, 3 and 4 man. Actually, I might even have a little bit more than that. 3 and 4 man, so it's probably closer to 20 because I have 25% Betts and 20% Pollock. I have the White Sox more on FanDuel. On FanDuel, I have them about 40%, 35% maybe. And I have them a lot on DraftKings, and I'm using a lot of those players where I'm not even stacking them. The one I'd like to get a little bit more of is Moncada, but I happen to like third base today, so I don't have quite as much of him as I would like to. But I do have about 15% on DK of San Diego and about 25% on FanDuel.
For me, just to give you an idea of what I'm doing on FanDuel, I have my highest pitcher on FanDuel is Musgrove. And as far as stacks go, I have Tampa, Toronto, St. Louis, San Diego, and Philly.
Okay. Makes sense to me. Boy, Kevin Smith in both my 888s doesn't feel like it's optimal. I really like Urias. I have a lot of mini Milwaukee stacks, and I think Minnesota falls in the same category. I like that game as you can use them for 3-man stacks on both sides at pretty affordable prices. You've got the Donaldson, and just Donaldson and Buxton alone is just a terrific combination.
Yeah, that's going to show up as a very, that's going to make that stack just fly.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of games out there, so I hear you. I don't know if it's going to be quite maybe as high owned as maybe you think it is, but I do think it's going to be high owned. I agree. It's probably going to have, people are going to have some of it for sure. Let's make this 2,900. Sorry. Buxton. I'm really trying to just make sure to get these guys in. And then I want to hear the last weather report with Roth, because you have the minimum cost options, like the guys like Keyboom, for example, at 2,300, I think is a really solid play.
Yep.
Especially if you don't want to play every single lineup with Kevin Smith batting 8. And I do like Kevin Smith, but I don't want to have him in all of my lineups. The Tampa lineup is really strong. It's hard to ignore that one for me. That's the one that, assuming that game's a go, that I on DraftKings have the most exposure to, but not as much on FanDuel, it's easier to get on FanDuel. But I liked going with the White Sox over there, and I really like the White Sox stack today.
Yeah, you like what's his name? See, what the thing is that I don't think people are going to play him that much because they see all the righties.
What does that mean?
They may be afraid to play righties against the righty.
No, I mean, that's just baseball. It's just a regular matchup. But I do think that people generally stack the White Sox against lefties more often. That part is.
And you like Vaughn?
He's batting 8th, which I would rather have him batted 6th. But he's okay. Hernandez I like at the bottom of the order too. So I do have those guys, but I think you're going to try and want to get Robert. I think you want Grandal on FanDuel. Grandal is 2,500 on FanDuel, guys. So make sure to use him in your stacks over there. I actually have him and Abreu together in my stacks, locking up that position. And not all of them, but in some of them. That's just sort of the way that I built. And then let me see real quick if we can get Buxton, and instead of that, we want Margot. And that's I know this. I talk about this stuff sometimes, and maybe it's helpful, maybe it's not as helpful. I think it's helpful. Like I like to play because of in my Tampa stacks, I want to play Buxton because I'm using Margot at 2,900 also, and I'm sort of doubling up on that play. You know what I mean?
Okay.
They're both 2,900 in the outfield. It makes it a little less likely to have the same pairing, I would say. And I like some of these other bats. I like Stallings as a one-off at catcher.
He's good.
I think he is too. And if Reynolds was in the lineup today, I would have been much higher on that whole team. But as it stands, he is not in the lineup today, so I will not have that. Let's see. Looks like there's the Minnesota lineup. Buxton, Polanco, Refsnyder batting 3rd, Donaldson 4th. So you have a really cheap stack option if you want to go that route. Jeffers batting 6th. I mean, I don't like stacking against Milwaukee with probably the 4th best bullpen in baseball, with Lauer not being as bad as maybe people think he is or just act like he is. But I don't know, man. Like that's a really, really good power speed upside.
It's just so cheap.
Yeah. And the Refsnyder thing is somebody I didn't project as highly today, so I'm going to actually have to try and hand get him into some builds here.
I mean, if you want an example, by the way, of a discrepancy in ownership between high buy-ins and low buy-ins, look, check out what's going to be the difference between Buxton and like the smaller buy-ins and the higher buy-ins.
100% true. He's going to be overloadedly owned, and especially like single entry, 3 entry, 4 entry, like the
yeah.
I totally agree.
And just so you guys know, I am working on pushing an update. I just want to get one more Minnesota thing and just want to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
I'll have it sooner than later.
Yeah, I like Refsnyder, by the way, as a one-off even. Like, I don't think you even need to – he's just a good play. Like, he's 2K. Man, that whole team that's a weird situation because that was not a team that was high on my radar, and now they're sort of popping a little bit, just price and talent-wise, because Buxton, I think.
Yep. Oh, so by the way, just only because I answered this in the chat, somebody came into Discord and asked, what columns I look at if I'm looking at your sheets, what this, that, and the other thing. If you guys have any questions on that, there's actually a section within TrueDFS. It's kind of hidden a little bit, but under Premium, if you go to Sheets Tutorials, I actually did a video on several on how to use the sheets for several of the sports. I still have to do it for a couple of the others, but this section is going to be continue to get populated as I think of other things to put in there.
Yeah, makes sense.
Meanwhile, we got to talk about performance of the day. How freaking good was Bryson today?
Wow, that was crazy. And you know what? I couldn't believe he missed the last one.
I know.
Just read the putt, and I was just, oh man, that was pretty cool to see. Actually, I did.
Yeah.
Check
but we talk about this, man. When that guy just gets it going, he literally is the best. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just because of how far he can hit it. You know what I mean? He just and if he's dialed in with his wedges like that, it's really tough to beat him.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree.
We got a game. Yeah, I mean, meanwhile, Rahm still has 9 holes to play, and I'll tell you something else. from what I hear, this if it does in fact like rain like overnight or something, the weather's the course is even gonna get easier.
Wow.
And it's look at Finau just stopped it dead cold. So yeah, so it's gonna be they're gonna have like 25 under in these in this tournament.
Jeez, yeah. It's gonna be a lot of low scores. Unfortunately, some of my I have like all the guys in last place somehow with all my. But you know, consistency at least.
Yeah, I got a couple with DeChambeau's. I got DeChambeau in the big one, in the biggest buy-in. I mean, it's not like it's in that great shape, but I mean, I'm in 70th in the money. I mean, that's good. It's something.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And I got Aaron Wise at T9 -9. But you got to just keep going, man. It's freaking it's no cut. Everybody's just playing 100 holes, and you got to just keep on performing.
Yep.
But it kind of feels good to have DeChambeau and Rahm in the same lineup, though. It really kind of does.
Yeah, I hear you. Jeez, can I get away with this? I'm having really a little trouble with my Tampa stack now.
I'm not quite. Wish these cockroaches would update. I got one more source I want to access, and then I'll update my projections and stuff and see if I in fact have to play Minnesota. I mean, it's America. I don't have to do anything.
You don't have to do anything, man. Nobody can tell you what to do.
They can only tell you to be vaccinated to play the World Series of Poker.
That's true. They can do that.
They can definitely do that.
Boy, I'm really struggling with this Tampa stack. It's
Why? What's the question?
Well, I just have I was using Kevin Smith and I just don't have another option. But I'm also using Kevin Smith in my other 888. I don't want to lock in on a number 8 hitter. I don't mind taking him as a one-off. And I don't mind him at all as a part of a stack. But I just feel like there's a better route to build, especially seeing that Ref Schneider. I wish they still had him infield eligible. That would be an easy pivot for me, batting third. But also the Carter Kieboom is the other guy I could use to get off of him. But I can't feel comfortable with that yet. And I think maybe the answer is just try to get up to 100 Dozier and spend a little bit down somewhere else. But
that's interesting.
It's just not. It's third base is not like a place you want to be spending down too much, and that's what I'm doing. Well, it's not easy. I actually just don't like flat out. Just don't like third base today, after it being my favorite position yesterday. So I'm having trouble with this little 2v2 because third base and shortstop. And that's the other question. Do I want to have Sosa as a one-off at 2,300 for the Cardinals?
Sosa's good.
He had a big day yesterday.
He had a big day for me a couple of weeks ago. I mean, the guy can hit. I mean, the guy can swing.
Yeah. The problem is it just leaves me in a funny spot, kind of.
What do you mean by that? Talk through that. What do you mean by that?
I don't like the idea of playing guys that far down in the order as one-offs that aren't like extreme power guys.
Okay.
And, I don't mind St. Louis a little bit today. It's not great hitting weather there, so I sort of came off them as even a stack option. But I just can't get the build I want. It's just simple as that. I cannot seem to make the build I want to work. Maybe the answer is as simple as just taking a 4-man Tampa stack and going 4-2-4-3-1 instead of 5-1-1-1. And
just again, make sure that you know how to do this already, but remember that if they get to Harvey and he gets out of there, then they got all that pinch hit risk going on.
Yeah, it's true. But the problem is, who are they pinch hitting for, and why would they bring in a left? Like, there's no Arozarena. So Arozarena would be the guy to come in. They usually leave Kiermaier in either way, and they're not going to obviously pinch hit for Lowe, Meadows, or Cruz.
Right.
I don't know what they're going to do, to be honest with you. This Minnesota stack just sort of builds itself,
Yeah, I'm gonna.
It's really there.
Yeah, I have this in a second. Yeah, guys, I'm going to be pushing an update in a second, in like 2 minutes. and then I'm going to see what at least for my numbers, what that looks like. But I think that Bobby's instinct is just as good, if not better, than my numbers. The stack is just going to pop out. I mean,
and I'm not saying that like they're going to score the most runs. I want to make that clear. But there's enough power upside for their price where you can combo stack them with basically anybody you want and pay up the future, and you're just in good shape. And I think it's a better like 3 and 4 man stack than it is a full stack, just because I have a lot of respect for Milwaukee's bullpen. So that's where I'm sort of running into it.
I'll run this right now here. 11. All right, let me see what this looks like, first of all. This is kind of hard to explain without like Byron Buxton is just projects through the roof as far as like points per dollar. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Not the points per dollar for hitters is particularly determinative of much, but
I'm up to 45% of them in my big one, and in all of my big buy-ins, which is for me for hitters on giant slates where I've got a lot out there. It's just
yeah. So this is what's going to happen. For those of you that are following this, I'm going to be pushing an update with my sheets, but I'm not going to get an updated ownership. So what you're going to see is probably numbers where Byron Buxton looks like an amazing play at like 5% ownership, but it's not.
right.
Nonetheless, I'm gonna push it anyway. And for those of you that were here, you got the disclaimer. He's going to be a good play at 25% ownership.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still not settled that the smaller buy-ins that it's going to get that high. Andrew Knapp just got COVID in a scratch. This is going to be a weird slate. I've got a weird feeling. That's the fourth COVID.
You think the whole Philly game might get scratched?
You know I would guess would get scratched just based on my personal experience would be the whole Red Sox team because I just being in Boston, everybody I know in Boston's got COVID right now. It's a lot of people.
That's right.
I mean, I'm not trying to.
That's really funny, but it's not.
No, I know. I don't mean it to be like
only because of you.
Yeah. No, I hear you. It's just it's crazy.
I'm gonna put this in the Discord and just see. I'll just say FYI, just pushed one more update with Buxton in.
Awesome.
Ownership is wrong though.
I was asked my home run calls of the day. I will name some of them. I like Donaldson. I had him already as one of them anyway. I will say Buxton now. I like Brandon Lowe, Austin Meadows. I like Luis Robert, Eloy Jimenez, Yohan Moncada. I like Bryce Harper a lot. I like Didi Gregorius as a spend down guy to do it for us. I think he's a really solid play. Yeah, those are most of my guys really.
You know what I'm gonna do if you guys anybody's interested in this, I'm rebuilding my my shells at least with Buxton from using SaberSim just to see what it gives me. And I know I already know the answer, but I still think I might get a bunch of Tampa. Let's just see. Let's see what this does for me. Shamble -16. How good is Canley -15?
He was unbelievable at the same time. He had a chance to almost catch him.
He gained like 6 strokes. He gained like 6 strokes putting or something like that.
He made 13 putts over 10 feet in less than 2 rounds. I don't know when it was like on 15th hole they said that. 13 straight between 10 and 12 too. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Just I mean.
Let's see what this does here.
Smith, Robert, Donald.
Yeah, for those of you that aren't aware, I mean, for those of you that to follow it, I put my MMA slate breakdown up as well. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we got here. This would give me. No, I'm not even really getting to Minnesota. How about that? How do you like them apples?
You like it? Shoot. Let's play Wendell. I'll tell you what, if you want to get different with your Tampa stack, you can play Zanino. I don't think people are going to play him at 4,700.
Yeah, you're probably right.
There's still so many lineups that I'm waiting to see before I make my decisions, you know? It's one of those days.
What about Manaya's getting some more Manaya. Buxton. 1, 2, 3, 6. 3, 4, 6. Upload. You getting Buxton on FanDuel too? What's his price on FanDuel?
3,500. So I forced him in.
I like that a lot. That's such a Bobby move.
It is. It's you see that's where the ownership won't go for him. And also like most of my lineups, like I said, are White Sox over there. So you've got like Eloy and Robert on the other side of him, which I just don't see that 3-man combination being a popular way to go because it makes you spend down everywhere else. JT's in the lineup now. Who's JT? Which JT?
Real Muto?
I don't think Jackson's a good play. I think wait, how can he be in the so they brought him in because he was gonna all right, Cheats, I gotta run and I got too many lineups to edit, I think.
Okay.
Sorry guys, I'll be in Discord. I'm gonna try and find out about the weather and then get my lineups edited.
Okay. Yeah, just so you guys know, I'm actually not playing Buxton in my big lineup. He's going to be really high owned over there, so I'm going to fade him over there. But that's where I'm at. Let me take a look at any questions in here. Where are you? Somewhere. Oh, here I am. Is Jackson on the Dodgers? I can't imagine that. I mean, it's possible. I can't imagine that being a particularly good play. It's such a big slate, you know. What's Real Muto's price? He's a full 5,400, huh? That's a tough price to pay, I think, for him. But it does, like you said, get make the rest of the Philly team more viable. Wow. Put the second one in there, maybe. Yeah, I think I'm going to change this. I think I'm going to change my big buy-in from the one of the NOLA I think I'm going to pivot away from Noah Happ. I'm going to go to. I think I'm going to go to the Cole Gilbert one. Zanino, Cruz, Lau, Gutierrez, Hayes, Buxton. That's okay too. Toronto, Manaya Gilbert. That could be a low-owned one. Palacios, though. I think I'm going to keep it the way it is. I think I am going to keep it the way it is. See how it flies. But I'm going to change FanDuel for a moment. Hey, I'll be done in like 5 minutes.
Should I order my dinner?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh.
So let's change FanDuel here. Change FanDuel. And again, I had like 35 lineups there. I had 30 small ones and 5 bigger ones. So we're going to change that, and then we're going to new build. It's actually, we're going to go 35 lineups. There goes Rom. Releasing down towards the cup. Sit. Okay, so he's 5 feet. Actually, it's more like 8 feet. Okay, so this is almost done here. Louis Oosthuizen puts it in the water. Reaches for another ball. I actually took a lesson today. I shot 89 at the Ocean Course in Kiawah Island. Just wasn't bad. I'll get a couple more questions after I upload my FanDuel. I'm not particularly thrilled with my DraftKings big lineup build, though. I want to give it one more look. I have just too many Tampa guys that could get subbed out. Let me just see. Sorry about this, going a little slow. After I do this, then I'll be able to get a couple of questions in. Okay, so let's do this. It's almost ball Aaron Nola. Okay. It's fine. I should have made only 30, sorry. So there's the top 5 I'm going to put in the bigger ones because it's not like I'm playing a single entry or anything like that. Still the same amount of people, just a little bigger buy-in. Where is FanDuel? Where is it? Where'd you go? There it is. Upload. Okay. All right. Let me grab a couple more questions if I can find you. There it is. The hottest team in baseball is going far overlooked. Who, Baltimore? Overlooked with 2 straight wins? Who do you mean? I like Jay Smoot. I like Nola as my best starting pitcher on FanDuel. Oh, the Yankees. Yeah, no. I can get talked into that a little bit, actually. I can get talked into. Manaya is tough, though. I think there's got to be better spots in the Yankees. I'm just not quite. Very, very big slate. Let's see. You know, I thought about it, Mayhem. Couldn't quite do it. couldn't quite do the Keuchel. But I did consider it, if that helps. Toronto. Two, three, four. You have 30%? Yeah, I'm in. I'll root. I'll totally root. All right, just a couple more minutes. Yeah, a lot of action going. We're gonna have NASCAR tonight. We'll have MMA tomorrow. We'll have soccer tomorrow. Look for DFS Chan to put out a soccer video. I hope. Maurice McGuire. It's pretty good. Kiermaier, Hayes, Buxton, Jace. I like this one with the Tyler O'Neill. Maurice McGuire and Tyler O'Neill. Why don't I put this one? Here. Wire Cruz, Kiermaier on Smith. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, so I'm going to change that big buy into that. And we'll upload that. Okay. All right. Any more questions? Philly stack got a nice pump. That is correct. Let me see. No, that's my Discord. That's my FanDuel lineups. That's that. Here you are. Any Cincinnati stack, they just score runs. Yeah, you know what? They do. It's just so many other teams. All right, listen, guys. Have a great weekend. If I don't pop in, I'm sure I'll pop in at some point. But have a great weekend. Good luck today in baseball. Good luck tonight in LOL. Good luck in golf. Good luck in NASCAR Xfinity. Good luck in NASCAR Cup. Good luck in soccer and whatever else you guys play. Let's